Okay, over the past like 2 weeks, I've probably watched like 50 videos on approach or how to do an approach from other content creators, and I would say they all suck. Like I would say pretty much all of them completely suck. And they completely suck because almost every video that I saw never gave actual step-by-step of what to say. I'm going to give you two methods where you can literally take what I'm saying line for line. I heard a lot of other content creators talk about like the vibe and the energy, and it's just too hard for like someone to implement right away. So the point of this video is tangible evidence and tangible results we can go and use right away. That's what we want. We want something quick. Okay, a good quick win where it feels like you're building reps, you're building momentum. Me personally, I don't have this amazing, captivating, charming personality. I just don't, okay? I'm a dude from North Dakota, okay? I am who I am. You know, I don't have these amazing, magical lines to say with my vibe, okay? You know, that's just how it is. So I'm going to show you how to actually approach women even if you have no rizz, okay? I don't have any rizz, right? I'm here to teach and I'm here to give you actual lessons that work, okay? These lessons are going to get you into the upper echelons of approach over time because you're actually building momentum, and you're going to see why. So let's start off the video, okay? Here's a disclaimer. This is really high level game, and it will change your life drastically if you implement. Most men don't implement, which is why I'm going to make this as easy for you as possible to implement with two methods. And these two methods you can literally take line for line, okay? So this is very high level game, and it will start to change your life drastically. However, okay, this will not cure your approach anxiety. These two methods will not cure your approach anxiety because the only way to do that is through the reps. So even though I'm giving you exactly what to do line for line, when you see that pretty woman you want to talk to, you're still going to feel slightly nervous. You're still going to feel those butterflies in your stomach, or you might feel your heart rate elevate and you get a little bit nervous. Completely normal, completely okay. You have to work through this. How do I know that you have to work through this, and how do I know that just having the right method isn't instantly going to cure your approach anxiety? It's because I've been lifting weights for 10 years. I've been lifting weights for 10 years, and I remember the first time I did 225 pounds on incline, the barbell, okay? The first time I did 225, I was very, very nervous. I had never had two plates on the bar before. Well, how did I get over that nervousness? By slowly adding 2.5 pounds per week, every week, for like probably 100 or 150 weeks in a row, okay? You know, 185 pounds for 5 sets of 5, next week 190, then the next week 195, then the next week 200, right? You know, you stay at 200 for a few weeks, you know, next week 205, until I got to 220 pounds on incline, and I was only 5 pounds away. And at that point, even though I was still nervous, I knew I could do it because I gave myself proof from the past that I could. The reason why your approach sucks is because you have not given yourself those small micro habits, those small micro adjustments of repetitions to actually get there. I'm going to use another couple examples. You can also read all about riding a bike all you want. If you want to go get a book on how to ride a bike, you could sit there and read it all day. And it could be the best book ever, but you're still not going to know how to ride that bike. You got to get on the bike and ride it and see how it feels and see how it is. Everything in life is the reps. I'll give you another example. This is my bow, okay? I shoot a Matthews Lift X. I love archery. I love shooting bow. This is like my favorite thing to do. This is my favorite hobby, okay? My favorite hobby, my favorite thing to do is shoot bow. I love shooting bow. I absolutely love it. This bow gives me more joy than pretty much anything I own, okay? So let me show you a picture. So this picture right here is my group of 3 arrows at 80 yards. 80 yards is a pretty far distance, okay? But I had to work my way up with my accuracy to be able to shoot at that distance. So at first I got real dialed in at 20 yards, then 40 yards, then 60 yards, and so on and so forth. And after a span of about a year, I'm shooting 80 yards, good groups, okay? So confidence, I'm telling you this, it's through the reps. It's through the reps, okay? So even like dudes out there who are analytical, or you have more of like the analytical, rational thinking mind, and let's say it's hard for you to connect with a woman, dude, I understand, man. I'm a bodybuilder by heart, right? Like I'm more of that rigid personality too, but I can show you two really good frameworks here to get over this. So you seem really just fluent, and you seem really charming, and like everything works good for you. So without further ado, let's dive in. Now the first method right here, I want you to take this just line for line. Okay, so the vocal tone is, it just happened. The vocal tone is, oh, this is so random. Let me give you an example. If you're with your best friend, and let's say he comes over and you weren't expecting him to bring a pizza, and he walks through the door and he opens it up and you say, no way, bro, you got pepperoni? No way. And you seem happy, you seem enthusiastic, you seem excited, you didn't have to think about it, it just happened. That's the tone you want to slowly emulate through all of these conversations. You might not get there yet until you've put in some of the reps. So because of that, I'm still going to give you what to do and what to say line for line. Yes, we are going to use a slight compliment or some slight validation. I don't want to hear anything about how, oh, I'm over validating. Listen, if you've never done an approach before in your entire life, you have to get used to just doing stuff that's uncomfortable. And even if you give a little bit of validation away, bro, who cares? That's better than spending the next 100 days walking through life, seeing attractive women you'd like to talk to and just saying nothing like most guys typically do. Okay, so this is line number one. Okay, the tone is, it just happened, or here we are, or this is random. So line number one, this is typically how the conversation goes the entire way through. Line number one, you say, oh, you look so good, I want to come talk to you. Okay? Majority of the time, or I would say almost every time, this is her, okay? Line number two, she's going to say thank you. Okay, so you say, oh, you look so good, I want to come talk to you. She's going to say, oh, thank you, okay? From there, line number three, all you're going to do is you're going to say, what's your name? Okay? Line number four, she's going to say, oh, my name's Amanda, or my name's Kayla, or my name's Tiffany, whatever. Insert whatever name you want right here at this line. Then, okay, line number five, this is the last one, this is you. You say, oh, my name's Casey, or oh, my name's John, whatever your name is. My name's Casey. You seeing anyone? That's all you're going to say. You're going to say, you seeing anyone? As soon as you say your name, my name's Casey, you're going to say, you seeing anyone? That's what you're going to do. That's all you're going to do. Okay? Take this line for line. Let's go through it one more time. This is you in the orange. This is her in the green. Oh, you look so good. I want to come talk to you. She says, oh, thank you. You say, oh, what's your name? She's going to say, oh, my name's Amanda. You say, oh, I'm Casey. You seeing anyone? Look how effortless that is. Look how flowing that is, okay? As soon as you say you seeing anyone, here's why this is a great line, and here's why this works so well. Because it makes the situation not awkward at all, and I'm going to show you why. So if she is not seeing anyone, and she thinks that you're attractive, she'll say, no, I'm not. To which you could say, oh, let's exchange numbers. Oh, here, take my number. Let's go out sometime. Here, take my number. Let's go grab a drink. Here, take my number. Let's go get lunch. Whatever you want to say. If she's not seeing anyone, she'll say no. If she is seeing somebody, okay, but she thinks you are more attractive than he is, she will most likely still say no. Okay? That's just female nature as is. She'll most likely say no. Now, if she is seeing somebody, okay, or she doesn't like you, she doesn't think you're attractive, she'll just say yes. Oh, yeah, I'm engaged. Oh, I'm actually married. Oh, yeah, I have a boyfriend. Okay? And then you say, oh, congratulations. We'll see you later. That's it, and it's over. So this is why it's so good, because as soon as you say, are you seeing anyone, you're going to get clarity right away on the situation. And here's the thing. Mother Nature already takes care of the attraction for you. You don't have to worry about some amazing line to say. She's going to see how you look, how tall you are, your style, and your vocal tone, and that's going to be enough for her to know pretty quickly if you are the type of guy that she thinks is hot or not. Okay, that's method number one. Just take it line for line. You're going to see some other guys try to start to rework this. Don't do it. Just use what I already gave you. There's going to be some guys where they're going to say, oh, instead of saying you looked real good, or instead of saying you look good, I want to come talk to you, I'd rather say, oh, I like your vibe. so I want to come talk to you. Maybe guys will try to start reworking the sentences. Don't say any of that. Don't do any of that. Even if you say, oh, I like your vibe, it doesn't even make sense, right? She doesn't even know, like, you don't even know her. You don't know what her vibe is. What does that actually mean? I like how you look. Like, just make this easy on yourself. You think she's beautiful, so just tell her that you thought she looked good and you want to come talk to her. That's it. Make it very simple on yourself. That's what I'm telling you. All of these other videos that I've seen, the dudes are trying to make it so much complex to get the right vibe on an energetic level of this and that. And I'm like, bro, like, if an average dude has only done 1 or 2 approaches in his life, like, how does he start to take more action? He needs a regimented framework. Just like if I went into the gym, I want a regimented framework. Just like when I started shooting my bow, I want a regimented framework. I want something that gives me proof of success, because I don't like leaving stuff up to chance. Same with business. I want a step-by-step way of doing stuff. Okay, method 2. Once again, I want you to take this line for line, okay? So, yes, we are going to give some validation here. Once again, the vocal tone is, oh, this is so random, or this just happened. You're this dude with swag, okay? That's the vocal tone. Line number 1, you're gonna say, oh shit, you look so cute. That's it. Notice even the delivery. Oh shit, you look so cute. That's what you're going to say. As soon as you say that, 9 times out of 10, most women are going to smile and say thank you. Okay? Once she smiles, okay, keep in mind, method 2, this is a little bit more advanced. Once she smiles, you're going to go, oh damn, that smile too. That's it. That's all you're going to say. As soon as you say that, she's most likely going to smile again, or she's going to say, oh, haha, or she's going to do something. She's going to make a gesture that shows that she appreciated it. And then all you're going to do is you're going to say, you seen anyone? That's it. And then once again, she'll say yes or no. So what this is doing, this is like method 2 or stage 2 for those of you who probably are a little bit more advanced and you want more of like a free-flowing conversation, but you can still take this line for line. You're walking through wherever, okay? You see her, maybe you 2 cross paths. You say, oh shit, you look so cute. She's going to say, oh, thank you, right? You can take the rest line for line. You're going to just give 2 compliments off rip. That's what you're going to do. You're going to make it easy on yourself. You go out, you say, tonight I'm giving a compliment. Why are we doing this? Because you're going to hear a lot of other dudes say no validation and never do this and never do that. And sure, that's great at a more advanced level, especially when you're getting choosing signals or when you have a lot of momentum, or like, let's say you're really socially popular, you can be more nonchalant, laid back, or you're more like conventionally attractive. But listen, who is this video for? This video is for those of you who like don't approach at all. Like if you go days and weeks and months and you don't do any approaches, this video is giving you a regimented framework to get your foot in the door, okay? And it just goes like this, right? Oh, you look so cute. She smiles, she says thank you. Once she smiles, you can say, oh, that smile too, no way. You seen anyone? So smooth, so simple, so effortless, okay? So this is what I want to tell you. If you have never approached ever in your life, ever, if you've never done an approach, you need to say, I don't give a crap about all these red pill concepts of female nature right now. I don't care. I'm here to take action. I'm here to win. Okay? It's the same if you just started a business. You're going to say, sure, maybe inbound marketing is probably a bit better, more efficient way to get leads for my business. But since I just started, yes, I'm going to do cold outreach, and I'm going to outbound different businesses or different prospects, and I'll approach them first. It's like the better you get at stuff, you find better ways to acquire leverage. But in the beginning, man, if you haven't ever done an approach, you have to just start doing stuff, okay? Number 2, you need to say, screw giving excess validation. I don't care. Sure, I'll validate. Baby, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so cute. Oh gosh, look at you. Look at those pretty little fingernails you got. Oh wow, you painted them bright red, huh? Whatever. Because most of you dudes, if you're watching this and you ain't doing no approaches, you're going home solo at the end of the night anyways. You might as well just start trying, okay? So you need real life reps, okay? Most people walk through life and say nothing to other people. I'm trying to help you get around this, okay? So, for example, in the language of women, okay, I teach something called front end game. This is like one of the staples inside of my process. I teach front-end game for one reason. The proper vocal tone unlocks her giggle. If you unlock her giggle, you start to win over her emotions. Every single time. If you can get her to giggle and she starts smiling and laughing, she likes you. And she can't even help that her emotions are working in your favor. They're just happening, okay? This is like the most important factor on approach, is dialing in that front end game. So let me give you an example. This just happened one day ago in my community. A dude goes, front end game is actually crazy. He goes, literally a cheat code. I was at a shopping center with women everywhere. I asked for directions to a barber at the help desk, and the cute girl sounded like a news reporter. So I told her that in a funny way, and she literally started laughing so hard. The next time I came around, I was still in a happy, relaxed state. As she was talking to me again, she put on that news reporter voice subconsciously, and without even saying anything, she literally started laughing mid-sentence. She commented on my haircut and said it looked nice. I didn't close for contact information, but it was such a fun interaction. Bro, thank you, Casey Zander. That's what he said word for word. Okay, so I know that this stuff works because I dedicated like a good chunk of my whole life to figuring this stuff out. I don't know very many people who have put in as much work in these topics than me. They just haven't. Like, I've dedicated like probably the past like 10 to 12 years in my own personal life, like really reaching a good level of dating. So keep that in mind, okay? So this is why you need to basically flex that confidence muscle and start exercising that social confidence muscle. A lot of you guys, right? Maybe you work the biceps, you work the shoulders, okay? I see a bunch of dudes, right? They have gym success, they have money success, they have career success, they have a home, they have all this stuff. Maybe they're tall, maybe they're good looking, but so many dudes, right? They don't have that internal confidence muscle flexed yet to build stronger. That's why I started off the video telling you it's about the reps. I watched probably like a lot of different videos on approach. They all sucked. I really thought they all sucked. So like, this is me giving you real actual guidance here, okay? Because most guys, they have all these tangible metrics, the home, the money, the car, the big biceps, they still can't do the approach, or they have awkward interactions, and you don't want that to be you, okay? So this is what I can tell you, okay? If a dude in life has all these boxes checked and he still can't do an approach, or he still can't talk to the woman that he really wants, this is the type of stuff that eats at him. It eats at him day by day, month by month, week by week. It's almost like part of his spirit is like crushed daily. He walks around town or he walks wherever, can't meet anybody. It just sucks, okay? So listen, I'm going to make this very easy on you, okay? Give yourself every advantage possible to win. Give yourself every advantage possible to win. Every other dude out there who needs to drink, just stop drinking, okay? Let me give you an example. Me personally, I never drink ever. I do not drink. When I go out, I don't drink, okay? All of my calories go to food and fuel, okay? So the reason why I do this is because that way I have confidence even when I'm completely sober, and this is something that most guys can't do. I don't drink, okay? Once you understand this, that you're dialing in the diet, you're dialing in the physique, you're dialing in your life, you're cutting out the bad behavior, you're cutting out the drinking, you now have like a different level of social skills that most guys don't have. Most guys just drink and then hope that one thing leads to the next. You do not want that to be you. You want to be able to navigate life very confidently. So her perception of you also, you have to know this, it changes based on style. Style, yes, okay? Choose how you want to be perceived. If I go out, okay, and I'm wearing this tank top and this hat, that's going to be a certain vibe. I'm going to probably be giving off more of like a bro vibe a little bit, okay? I live in Arizona, so it's really hot out. That's just an example. Meanwhile, okay, if I didn't want that vibe and I wanted to look more elegant, if I put on a nice button-up t-shirt, or if I put on a nice button-up shirt, nice pair of pants, you know, my boots, maybe my cowboy hat, right? I'm going to give off a different energy. You want to choose how you want to be perceived, okay? So guys with swag have a sense of style. That's why you need to pick a unique masculine archetype for yourself. But every single time, okay, every single time you're hesitant about doing your approach, every single time you're worried, I want you to default to these two things. Number one would be the method, or the methods that you choose that I gave you. Just choose one and start using it. And number two, the second thing that I want you to remember every time, I just want this image to pop into your mind. I want the image of Casey holding his bow in your mind, because that group at 80 yards did not happen on day one. I had to do so much with this bow. I had to get it sighted in, I had to adjust the sight tapes, I had to get the bow tuned, I had to go out and I had to practice. I had to practice my anchor points, everything, in order to get that picture for that group that I just showed you. So that's what I want you to remember, okay? This is how to approach, even if you have no Rizz. If you're one of these dudes where it's like, it's just so hard for you to instantly have the right vibe and energy, don't worry about that. You'll learn that naturally with more practice. For now, just take what I gave you and join us inside of the community that I built so I can help you learn, understand, and master the language of women. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.